Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, February 15th, 2024. Steve Sipress here with my beautiful wife, Michelle, as we are traveling on our way out to dinner. But pitchers and catchers, for baseball fans, they know what that means. Pitchers and catchers have reported to spring training, which means a whole bunch of them are here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area of Arizona. And the games start in about a week. So the pitchers and catchers report first because they have the most work to do. The pitchers, basically, they need the catchers to have someone to throw to. And then the rest of the position players, as they're known, will be showing up. I don't know, they show up only a little bit later, maybe a day or two. But Throwback Thursday makes me think about the origin of spring training and what does that mean for small business owners. Well, spring training is almost as old as baseball itself. The first team started going south to warmer weather than their homes in the northeast of the U.S., so they went to places like New Orleans and Hot Springs, Arkansas, and Florida way back in like 1870. But it wasn't until a whole bunch of teams started going there around World War I time that they formed what's known as the Grapefruit League, where a whole bunch of teams went to Florida and they organized it and they have a schedule and all that kind of stuff. And then in 1947, the great baseball innovator, the greatest innovator in the history of baseball and the history of sports, really, Bill Veck, took his Chicago White Sox, or at the time I think it was the Cleveland Indians, took them to Tucson, Arizona instead of Florida in 1947. And I think the New York Giants also came to Phoenix. And so that was the first time the teams came west. And that a few years later, of course, the New York Giants, the Brooklyn Dodgers moved from New York to California. And thanks to coming to Phoenix, Tucson, Scottsdale area, now teams, the western teams, had a home to come to in the springtime. So, and then they formed what's known as the Cactus League here in Arizona. So those are the two spring training leagues right now, and who knows what changes will be happening in the future, because the only thing certain is change. But you have the Grapefruit League with most of the teams in Florida, and then you have, I don't know, 12 or 14, almost half the teams here in Arizona in the Cactus League, and they'll play for about a month, starting, I think, in the beginning of March and going till around the beginning of April, till they head back up north. And so, to me, this is all spring training and the organization of it, and especially Bill Veck deciding, I'm going to buck the trend, and instead of go to Florida like everyone else, let's head out to Arizona and open that up. It brings to mind the great quote by the great marketing consultant Peter Drucker, I talk about it often, who said, "Business is marketing and innovation. All the rest are costs." And that has been, fairly misquoted or kind of sort of quoted, that the two most important things in business are marketing, innovation, all the rest are cost. But however you want to put it, Peter Drucker taught us all to concentrate on marketing and innovation. Those are the only two areas of any business that bring in the revenue and the profit. Everything else is cost. But when you're innovating, when you're marketing, that's not cost. That's an investment that produces the profit for the business. No matter what the economy, right now, we've been in a crappy economy for years. It doesn't mean that you stop marketing or you stop innovating. That's where all the profit is. So I like to follow the biographies of the greats, and Bill Veck is one you should study for his innovations, all kinds of them in baseball. And that should give you some kind of some fodder, help you concentrate on what can you innovate in business. What can you do that the rest of your industry doesn't do? And the best hint I can give you for how to innovate is to look outside your industry. So maybe all your industry, you're a dentist and every dentist does this, but you look outside the industry and you look at, I don't know, the showroom of high-end cars, Maserati, Rolls-Royce, that kind of stuff. You see what they do when they bring people in. What kind of waiting room do they have? What kind of experience do people have? in that luxury upper retail experience, and then you can duplicate that in your dental office and have a luxury experience, so you attract luxury patients who of course pay more money and don't cause a lot of trouble. And like refers like, they'll refer other wealthy, affluent people. And so I talk about it a lot, there is an endless supply of stories about innovation where ideas, concepts are taken from one proven concept in a completely different industry, put into place in another industry where no competitors were doing that, to give a huge competitive advantage. Remember, innovation and marketing, that's where you got to be concentrating if you want to grow the business. Everything else is a cost. And that'll do it for Throwback Thursday, February 15th, 2024. I hope this helped. I'm here every day to help you out, including I'll be back tomorrow on Foundation Friday with a foundational marketing tip for you. Thanks for being here today or watching on the replay. From my beautiful wife, Michelle, and I, over and out. Bye-bye.